You know, with all this piracy and unrestricted file sharing and all that, is gigging basically the best way for a band like yourselves to make money?
I think gigging is definitely one of the best ways, isn't it? I mean, it's good though because it's back to that's why you start a band, isn't it? To play gigs.
Yeah.
And
you don't start it to sell records, do you?
No, you certainly don't. And I think that people that complain about not selling any records are kind of misleading you, because it's true that where you make most of your money is from playing shows. So.
Yeah, we're like, I think that,
I suppose that's not true.
No,
it's only true once you get to a certain level.
But I think like we're from this sort of generation where we sort of we went through our teens with this option of being able to download music illegally, and so much of the music that I listen to is something that I came across that way. And I think like our sort of policy is like I think I'd much prefer people hearing the music than not.
I pay for music now because I can, but I didn't when I couldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And I support people if they can't afford to buy our music, and I'd rather they had it for free.
So having said all that, you reckon you guys would do a Radiohead and do like a net release first and then the album or something along those lines?
Well, who knows? I don't know. It's not. I don't really ever think about stuff like that. I just think about like writing the songs and making the records and playing the music, and then let other people worry about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Leave the professionals to deal with that sort of stuff.
We are 11 days into 2013.
Yeah.
So looking back at last year, what was your favorite moment if you had to pick one?
I had a couple of them, quite a few of them actually. Sort of towards the end of the year, we played a headline show in London at a place called the Alexandra Palace, and that was quite possibly the sort of a highlight of like gigs that we've done for quite a while actually. Maybe Reading Leeds was another sort of.
I think Reading and Leeds is kind of quite affirming. Kind of, we'd done the 10th the year before and going back on the main stage, and we were pretty high up the bill, and we weren't really sure what to expect. But walking out and playing in front of that many people.
So 2012 was a good year for the Backseat.
So you guys were formed in 2010.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's kind of unfair for me to say it's still new, but it's kind of pretty short for you guys to achieve what you guys.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I mean, to be honest, I think in reality we kind of started the band in 2009, but yeah, we've achieved a lot in a short amount of time, and it's scary, but it's exciting and it's fun, and we never really know what's going to happen next, so we're just enjoying it, and we're really grateful for it. And like, we really believe that we're a great band, and we work hard, and that we've got good songs, and yeah, we're really thankful for it. But it took us a long time as individuals to get where we were, because or where we are, because we'd all been gigging and touring and writing and recording for years and years, with no real success, or that we sort of hit gold with the vaccines, I guess.
Yeah.
So how do you guys cope up with the life, living in the fast lane?
I think that I think we sort of just like, to be honest, I think we just sort of grabbing it by the balls. We're just like taking advantage of the opportunities that we have really, and I it's amazing. Like, it's something that you've been dreaming about since you were a kid, and like the people that sit around moaning about the difficult parts of it are just, they're not getting it right. Of course there are parts of it, but this is not worth talking about, you know what I mean?
So, having said all that, gigging, working hard, doing all the gigs that you can, is that the secret to come up to rise up from the London clutter, I suppose?
I think London's a place where there are a lot of bands, but also there are a lot of like important people. So I think that like, if you've got good songs, then people notice that pretty quickly. Like, we all kind of played on the London scene for a few years with songs that weren't quite good enough, and then when we got them, it wasn't long before people decided they were, and kind of plucked us from obscurity. And so yeah, I think you just need to have good songs. You need to like work hard. I think like we've all worked really hard to get where we are. And, there are plenty of really talented people, and there are plenty of people that work really hard and don't really ever get anywhere. So a lot of it's luck. You need good songs and a lot of luck, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about like songwriting, right? I've heard like radio tracks, especially the song Post website.
Yeah.
It's really simple. It's really catchy. Is that how you approach for your songwriting? Like,
yeah, simplicity.
Yeah.
Simplicity is very important to us. I think we want to be as direct and simple as possible, and yeah, we're trying to find the perfect pop song, and you've got to start simple if you want to find it.
Having fun.
I don't think we found it yet.
No. But that's the thing. I don't think we'll ever will, and that's what makes the hunt really fun. Because I think what makes pop still like relevant is that like even though it's been around as a musical art form in like 60, 70 years, like there's still loads and loads of songs left, and they're still popping up every once in a while. So I think it's fun. That's what makes it fun.
You guys have 2 albums worth of songs already so far. What is your favorite lyric from your entire collection? Do you have one?
Favorite lyric?
I can't really say that because do you have one?
I remember when we were starting to write Come of Age, and he came in with No Hope, and the first verse of No Hope was something that struck me as so absolutely brilliantly hilarious, and I really like that one.
Thanks, man.
it was brilliant.
So having said all that, do you reckon with this new record, the songcraft has gotten a bit more mature? Perhaps.
Yeah.
I think everything you do, anything you do, every time you interview someone, you probably feel you're a little bit better at it. And I think, like the same every time you write a song, you think you probably surpassed the previous one, and if you didn't feel like that, you wouldn't keep on going, really. So I don't think we think it's a mature album, but comparatively speaking, I guess it's shows more signs of maturity.
No, I think it's also just like we as a band, like as like just the dynamic between the 4 of us is a lot more mature than it was the first time around. So regardless of whether the songwriting itself is more mature or not, like the playing and the sound and the sort of structure of the whole thing is a lot more seasoned.
Like how do friends connect to your lyrics? Like where do you source your inspiration from? You guys been touring around.
Yeah.
How do you guys look at it for yourself?
Well, I guess meeting so many new people and going to so many new places, it's quite inspiring and invigorating. And there are 2 ways, I guess, of finding lyrics. Either you make them up or you draw on personal experience. And I think pretty heavily on this second record, I've done the latter. And you look within yourself and you look to your friends, and everyone's got a story to tell. You just got to try and make them tell it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to ask, from your experience, right, and when you started out the band and going out on tour and stuff like that, how do you guys prepare yourself at the early stage of the band?
How do we feed ourselves?
No, how do you guys prepare yourself for the tour?
Prepare?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not very good at preparing, really. I don't really think about it till the night before, and I'm like, oh shit, we've got to go on tour, and
I've become a lot better at packing.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at. There's certain things I always pack, just to make sure I pack.
I've started packing like smaller and smaller quantities, because originally you started carrying out 40 kilos of stuff, none of which you'd use.
Yeah, I don't know. I think your hand baggage for the plane's pretty important. You got to take all the shit you're gonna need on there. I've just started remembering that I like having a hoodie with me, because you can put the hoodie on backwards and then put the hood over your face, and then you can just hide in it. It's really nice.
Travel tips with the back.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier about getting inspiration from the people around you and the things that you see around you. Having said all that, has there been a lot of material that inspires you from London itself? Because talking about the
London's an incredibly inspiring city, just because of the creativity and the pace of life and the variety of life. Really, past my friends and people, it's human beings really that I find interesting, and our relationships with each other. They're the kind of things that I like writing about.
Justin, I have a quote here from one of you. It says that love is very close to hate, and hate is so close to love that relationships in between are so intense. I'm not sure if you remember that.
Who said that?
I'm pretty sure that was that. I think I can just hear who that was. Yeah, that would have been Cal.
That would have been Freddie.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that quote, so I can't really.
I should probably.
Yeah, you should probably ask him. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Then moving forward, are there any sort of collaborations that you guys are interested in?
None that really spring to mind. I think
collaborations and stuff like that, when they're on offer, you kind of go, oh, that would be a good idea.
When they arise, but I guess that, being in a band, you're so tight knit that you find if you're in a band with the people you want to collaborate with anyway.
So we don't really spend any time thinking about it, to be honest.
So, having said simplicity is the key for the band,
Want some water?
how do you guys imply that to the sound of the band?
Well, I think we just, when we arrange songs, we basically just provide a backbone. We don't try and really, we try and stay as true to the original idea as possible and keep it as pure as possible. And I guess that way you kind of, that simplicity reigns and rules, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, about the sound of your band. You know?
Yeah, no, it's just like I think like instead of using sonics to carry a song, we use sonics to just sort of provide exactly what you said, just like the backbone. And like we don't try to get too clever or sort of intriguing about it. We just as true to the original nature as possible.
Okay, sorry guys, time's up. Maybe one last question.
Let's say if you're looking forward a couple of years from now, where do you guys think that you're gonna be? You know, how will your song evolve?
I think we just want to. I guess it's really hard to kind of look forward, but we keep writing. Every day we write, every day we play new shows, and we just want to be the best band we can possibly be. And we definitely want to evolve. We don't want to keep making the same record twice. So that's our aim, really. Just kind of evolve. Did you want to ask a lot?
Yeah. Okay. Lonely World from the record is actually one of my favorite songs on the album, and I thought it was the perfect way to end the album.
Thanks.
Where did the inspiration for that song came from?
That was one of the first.
That is the first.
That's the first song we wrote for the album. And I think as soon as we wrote it, we knew we wanted it to be the last song on the record. I mean, no, I guess just like, it kind of speaks for itself, really. It is a lonely world.
Really looking forward to your gig tonight.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Thank you for seeing us.
Thank you.